I'm Sarah Fergani with KINS 5 News. Now on this Tuesday, April 25th, a fire breaks out at an East Side shopping center overnight. That fire was mostly contained to one of 5 units of the building on South Hagberry, right by the train tracks. However, firefighters found some smoke and water damage to other units. Arson is now investigating. Governor Abbott says he would sign a bill that could protect law enforcement from prosecution for using non-lethal projectile weapons. It could be a beanbag gun or stun gun when the officer didn't intend to cause bodily injury or death. SB 2593 already passed a criminal justice committee. Some senators argued that this bill could encourage officers to use less lethal force, but those against it said that it could provide protection for reckless conduct by a police officer, and it shields the officer from any liability. Now, this all comes as the Travis County District Attorney is now preparing to try 19 Austin police officers for shooting protesters with beanbag rounds during Black Lives Matter protests back in 2020. Some parents are furious over a school district's silence about a sex crime. O'Connor High School teacher David Vetters was sentenced to more than 10 years in prison for exploiting a child, but Northside ISD parents say they're just finding out. According to court documents, Vetters admitted to using the internet to discuss, plan, and facilitate the sex assault of a 12-year-old.
It was really kind of disturbing. They said that because an NISD student had not been affected, they did not feel it was their responsibility to share that with the parents.
The parents at a minimum should have been offered an opportunity to be able to discuss what went on with their children to make sure that there weren't any other victims.
A district spokesperson says it cooperated with the FBI's investigation and there were no allegations related to NISD to investigate. 4 teens are in jail now after the Bexar County Sheriff's Office says they stole a teacher's car parked next to Crockett Academy off South Zarzamora, and the teacher helped deputies track him down because of her car's GPS tracker. A teacher reported her car stolen just before 2 p.m. Monday. Deputies say they tracked down the vehicle to a West Side neighborhood. They say the teens tried evading them, but eventually crashed into a parked car at a home off Plainview. Deputies say the teens then took off running through backyards, jumping fences, even hiding under houses before they were finally arrested. The drivers now facing evading and stolen vehicle charges. The other 3 will be charged with evading. The parents of Lena Keel may be taking the polygraph test today. Lena went missing out of her Northwest Side apartment complex back on December 20th of 2021. She would now be 5 years old. Lena's father, Riaz Keel, said he received a text from an investigator that he would be taking the polygraph test today. But the text did not include a time or address, he said. Riaz, through a translator, told us that he's agreeing to take the test to clear his name. And he told us he's been forthcoming with the investigation. If you know anything about Lena's case, call SVU at 210-207-2313. A San Antonio man is arrested for allegedly murdering 2 people he met on a dating app. 22-year-old Geronte Pleasant is accused of shooting and killing 2 men he met on the dating app Grindr. One of the victims, 54-year-old Larry Wilson, was found dead at a Northeast Side apartment complex April 14th. 7 hours later the next day, 22-year-old Joseph West was found at a medical center apartment. Investigators say they linked fingerprints and bullet casings from both scenes to Pleasant.
Dating apps nowadays, you got to watch out.
We need to look at the violence that is happening and how can we prevent it.
Robert Salcido with Right Center San Antonio recommends having a safety plan that includes letting family and friends know if you're meeting up with a stranger or meet them in public. A fun night out at the Taylor Swift concert in Houston ends in tragedy for a family. Their son was killed in a hit-and-run crash after attending the show Friday night. Police say Alan Hayes was driving while intoxicated when he hit and killed 20-year-old Jacob Lewis. Jacob and his sister's car stalled on the highway, and Jacob was trying to push it out of the way. Jacob's dad says his son couldn't wait to go with his sister to see Taylor Swift.
I was excited, looking forward to going and being with his sister and sharing this experience with her, and it was a great concert and they had a really great time.
Prosecutors say Hayes had 2 prior DWI convictions before Friday's crash. Taylor Swift fans, through a GoFundMe campaign, have now raised nearly $90,000 for the Lewis family. Many Swifties donating $13, which is Taylor's lucky number. A North Texas man was killed in a bull attack south of Dallas. The man's father called 911 saying the bull had possibly killed his son. And when deputies got to the scene, the bull was destroying property and prevented first responders from getting to the victim. The bull was eventually euthanized, but the man was already dead. As for the weather, we want to check in with Ryan Choctaw.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. Happy Tuesday. We're looking at a little bit of rain out there between 8 a.m. and lunchtime. Just light rain, drizzle, mist. That's about it. Nothing measurable. Today's forecast up to 79, mostly cloudy with some sunshine peeking through later on this afternoon, which will be good news for Niosa. Sarah.
Thank you, Ryan. That's KENS 5 News. Now I'm Sarah Forgani.